just thought I'd jump on here and tell you a little bit about our trip from Mississippi to Tennessee and back. Jeff, Scooter, and I left and headed towards Tennessee.
We started in Gulfport, where I live, in Gulfport, Mississippi. And we went north on 49, and everything was fine. We drove the Cadillac first time, so it was a little scary trying to figure out, whether it would do all right or not. And of course, Scooter had never really taken a trip that far before, so we were wondering how he would do, but he ended up doing okay.
I tried to get a little video while Jeff drove so that I could practice, but I ended up missing my mark right when it would be, and me and Jeff got a little huffy with each other.
We went through Hattiesburg, and of course, showed Kelly the stadium, and we looked at all that. And Hattiesburg's a neat little college town, pretty cool town. Then we went north to McGee, which is I always liked McGee and Collins because they're really clean, nice, neat little towns. After that, of course, we went north. We went through Jackson and got on 55, Interstate 55. And we stopped in this little town called Cusco. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong, but it seemed like everybody in that town wore camouflage. I don't know what that's all about, but oh well. It got a little cooler, so I bought a purple toboggan, which purple ain't really my color, but hey, my ears were cold.
Matter of fact, he was so cold and he was wearing shorts that when he went to get gas, he ran in and bought him a little beanie hat. Looked like something a little Cabbage Patch doll would wear or something, but it kept his head warm. Anyway,
so we kept going north and stopped at a few places here and there, and we got to Memphis. And Memphis, of course, was pretty busy at the time. Noticed it was getting colder.
We had a few problems along the way. By the time we got to Memphis, it was raining so hard, and I want to say it was sleet because it was so cold, but I don't think it was maybe that cold. It's just that I'm not used to it now that I've lived on the coast for so long. But I thought it was freezing. It seemed like ice to me.
Anyway, so we drove up through Arkansas, and I had to get some gas, and I got out, and man, it was raining and cold. And I'd been living on the coast for all these years, so I didn't realize what cold was, so I got out there. And that was a good one. But so anyway, we went into Missouri and crossed there and went to Dyersburg. And anyway, so I dropped my sister off at my nephew's house. He and his wife, Cody and Trista.
My oldest child lives in Dyersburg, and my daughter was gonna be there to meet us, and so I got to see both my children for a couple days because Jamie wasn't ready to go yet. He needed a day or two.
And I stayed in a motel up there. It was actually pretty clean on the inside, but it had some problems. Had some electrical problems. And I even said in the video that I thought I got a good deal on that room. Of course, had problems with the fan. I like to run a fan at night so I could sleep. And what a mess. I plugged the fan in, I turned the light switch on, and everything works fine. I turned it off to go to sleep, and the fan goes off. So I changed plugs again, and every plug I plugged it into, if I turned the lights off, the fan would go off. So anyway, it was an experience.
And then we went to the motel where Jeff was staying and visited with him for a while. Then the next day, we just ran around. Jeff and I we left Dyersburg and went to Trenton because that's our hometown, as most of you know. and we drove around looking at little, different landmarks there, like the home we grew up in, and of course the courthouse is always, and the court square is always beautiful to go see, whether it's for the holidays or in the summertime. It's just beautiful. So we went there.
We stopped in Humboldt, drove through it. I used to live in Humboldt, had a business there, and then we went to Milan, and got to see my brother. I hadn't seen him in a while, and his wife Cindy, and my niece Alexa, and my adopted nephew Tay, and everybody's doing great. I missed a couple of folks while I was up there. There's a lot of people I'd like to have seen.
My brother and sister came down here to Milan, Tennessee, and picked me up, and to go to Gulfport. They actually got stranded a couple days because I was waiting on something.
Anyway, so we spent the night there, watched the National College Football Championship in a very terrible motel. The roof was leaking. It wasn't even raining, it was leaking, so I don't know what was leaking, but something was. It had black mold in it. The bed was broke. Oh, it was a mess. But we needed a place to stay, so we stayed there. And anyway, so got my brother that next morning, and pretty brisk for a coast boy. So, Anyway, we headed south.
On the way here, on the way to Mississippi, I had to ride with Scooter. Scooter's trying to get used to traveling. He ain't quite ready to travel.
Jamie rides in the back with Scooter, and they're big buddies anyway. Scooter doesn't take to too many people, but for some reason he's crazy about our little brother. So that works out good.
Scooter, he's not used to traveling, so I had to get used to that. He had to get used to it, and I think me and him bonded on this trip, and so we're ready to make our America trip.
We just laughed and cut up on the way home.
And we got back to Gulfport, and we were happy to get to Gulfport, and so was Jeff, so was Kelly, and had a good time. Stay with us and keep watching us, because we're going to hit all 48 other states.
I hope you continue to follow us and subscribe and like, and we love y'all, and we're praying for all of you. That's really much all I got to say today. Bye-bye.
That's it.